It's that time again for LBPostSports.com's Game O the Week. It's Wilson versus Los Al at Long Beach Wilson High School. As always, I'm JJ.
And I am Mike.
The students were ready. The team was definitely ready, but Wilson had their hands full tonight.
Almost as though they were playing a nationally ranked opponent in Los Al.
The game plan early on was 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and using number 23, Brandon Robinson, it was very successful early on. But this guy right here is the story.
Yeah, and then enter Clark Evans.
Number 5, quarterback for Los Al, Clark Evans. They used to run that single wing. Now they run more of a spread option, kind of like the Texas style. The timing was a little bit off early on between Clark and his wide receivers. But most of that was due to the good play of the Wilson defense, specifically right here, number 39, Phillip Wilson, coming up with a big stop. But silly Wilson mistakes gave Clark Evans the ball a few too many times.
That's a bad idea.
And if you keep it in his hands, he's going to kill you, just like this. Evans finds Daryl Jenkins going into the end zone early on in the first. It's 7-0 Los Al. But right here, number 84, Jamari Roberts, only one of his 5 touches tonight.
They need him to touch the ball at least 20 more times.
Yep. Los Al stacked the box a little bit, but here's the story, kind of. Sack.
Great play.
5-yard line. Great play by Wilson. But there it is. Evans finds Jenkins down the sideline all the way 40 yards, and then Evans just takes over with his feet. Gets this one for a first down right here, making the sacrifice in the body. And then on third down from the 15, comes around the corner, looks, one move into the end zone. Touchdown, Griffins.
If you're in high school, it's so hard to scheme against a guy that can throw the ball downfield like that and run.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're going to get back into the game, if you're Wilson, you got to find one guy. That's 84, Jamari Roberts.
Great pass by Stephen Barrett over the middle.
Looking for him again at the goal line, can't quite get it. And here it is, man. Here's the story of the night. Clark Evans to Daryl Jenkins. 2 little bubble screens right here.
Evans, Jenkins.
Number 6, 11 receptions on the night, 198 yards, and right here, the second touchdown for the dynamic duo. 21-0 Griffins going into halftime.
He had the kind of night that Wilson needed Jamari to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
But still, 21-0 against Los Al, a team like that, that's not bad at halftime.
You got to feel good. In the third quarter, Los Al gets the ball first, misses this field goal. Here's the beginning of the turning point. A 13-play drive for Wilson in which they converted 2 fourth downs. Good pass over the middle right there from Barrett. A little slip screen right here to number 3, Christian Rogers. And Wilson is on the board, 21-7 Los Al now.
And suddenly it's a 2-score game. They're back in it.
Yeah, look at these guys. They needed that. They needed
Barrett
that score.
really needed that. Look at him.
The defense stiffened up, to say the least, in the second half. Get a 3-and-out. That's number 42, Ronnie Yatt, with a great return. Great blocks. One of those blocks, however, deemed illegal. That's number 1 call against Wilson. Here, 4th down, good fake punt. Barrett brings it around the edge. Looks like he's got it half a yard short. That's number 2 call against Wilson. Defense stiffening up, gets the 3-and-out. They find Jamari over the middle. Barrett looks like he's got a man on the outside. Tip ball intercepted by number 22, Robert Watson. The entire stadium thought that should have been pass interference. Number 1 proponent of that, obviously, Mario Morales. That was the 3rd straight important call that went against Wilson. You tell him, Coach.
I bet his sidelines behind him on that one, too.
The sidelines was so behind him, the lights turned off.
Oh,
literally.
No, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and blame that one on you, bud.
In between 2 plays, in between play, the lights just went off. It's the craziest thing. Asked all the refs, asked all the coaches.
What did you do?
Nobody had seen that before.
This is why we don't let you out of the office.
It was kind of cool with all the cell phones, I have to admit. But
it's like being at a Tom Petty concert.
so weird looking. I mean, here comes this shot. Something you will never see. A coach talking to his team in the pitch black. Crazy. Gave him 15 minutes to get the lights back on, 5 minutes to warm up, and about 30 seconds to get juiced again. But add all that together, and it's not enough to stop this kid. Number 5, Evans.
He doesn't need the lights. He can do that in the dark.
And there's Evans going in 2 yards out for his second of 2 rushing touchdowns. That's 4 touchdowns on the night for Evans. 2 passing, 2 rushing for 343 total yards. With time winding down, Barrett finds Robert Babick for this touchdown. 28-14 would be your final. But look at this onside.
Great onside.
Great onside. But guess who catches it? Yes.
Clark Evans is on their recovery team? Does he snap the ball to himself, too?
Mr. Everything on his way to Colorado University. The Wilson Bruins on their way to what I think could be a good season. Yeah, 28-14 final, but they played hard. Good final drive. These lessons are the lessons that will help them play hard during the Moore League schedule.